This week, we're making a planter box. My name's Mitch, this is my shop, this is my project. If you want to know how to do this will be a how-to video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I got 7 1x6s and 3 2x6s. I'm going to start with taking one of those 2x6s over to the table saw. I'm going to cut it down. There you go. Thank you. Okay, over to the miter saw to cut these down to the right length for the legs.
I will be cutting these to 29 inches.
It's about time. I'm going to go to the router table and use this roundover.
I'm only putting the roundover on the front edge of the legs. Here's a quick look. Another 2x6 is getting ripped down the center. I've also flipped and trimmed both edges of the 2x6. So here's a look at the skirt, or the style as I choose to call it. They will be cut at 13 and 11 1/8. On the outer edge, I'm going to rip a 45 down this to just give it a little bit of look.
Make sure when you cut your 45s you leave enough reveal there to compensate for the thickness of your 1x.
For the verticals that go around here, I'm cutting them at 29 inches.
Okay, so at this point we have 12 of these, and then 6 of these. These are the legs. I'm calling these the styles, and I'm calling these the verticals. I will be cutting more of these once we get it assembled, but they will be a little shorter. For the styles, I will be putting a pocket hole on the top and a pocket hole on the inside bottom, and I put these screws in here just to show you what it'll kind of look like. That's going to be my joinery method, is pocket holes.
Maybe pocket holes aren't the best construction joinery method for this, but I'm really comfortable with them, and I'm going to do it, guys, you know.
So I want these all to be flush with the back. To do that, I figured out that I needed a piece of wood 2 1/4 inches, and then I can use this clamp as a jig. And you can see I can push with the pocket hole screw, and this gives me something to push against the front edge of that clamp.
You'll notice eventually here I use another clamp to just help hold it to the table for the piece that I'm actually connecting. Really, this wasn't very hard. I'm only putting 1 screw into each leg on each side of the style, and then here it gets a little bit squirrely. It's kind of like spaghetti. I did continue around. I went ahead and put the additional pocket hole screws in, the tops and the bottoms all the way around. These are those verticals, and I'm going to use a brad nailer here and put a 1.5 inch brad, 2 on each side of each piece, and just work my way around. Eventually I'm going to come back here and start putting screws in. I only did 1 on the top and bottom of each piece originally. I would recommend at least 2. I did go back and put 2 in. Okay, let's move on to the top. These are cut at 17.5 on the long side, 30-degree angle on your miter saw. You're going to need 6. I'm just kind of double checking here, and my saw was off a little, so I just came back and fixed that, guys. You know, get it to the point that you're happy. Yes, happy.
There it is, finally.
And a 40-degree angle, just for decoration on that outer edge. You know, you could do a 45 here. I like the 40 degree.
Since my treated wood is still damp, I don't really want to use wood glue, but I do want to kind of reinforce these miter joints with something. So I've chosen Gorilla Glue heavy duty construction adhesive. Hopefully this kind of helps, but I will kind of more or less depend on the mechanical fasteners to hold this.
I ended up putting 3 pocket holes into each piece. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the top there. We're going to set the top on, and I'm going to run 6 screws in up through those stiles. These are actually 4-inch deck screws.
So I have the top on. I took some more 1x6s and split them down the middle. I did trim both edges. I put just like a 1/4 inch round over on the front side, and these will go here. I'm going to tack them in and then run a couple screws in through the back into these.
Router number 1, 45-degree angle. Router number 2, just a simple small round over. Actually, I really enjoyed doing this camera shot here with the with both of the Mitches, you know, kind of doing the routering. Worked out really well. And we'll zoom in and we'll take a look at those. The round over is a little hard to see. It's real subtle. You know, it's all aesthetics, guys. It's what you want. Okay, on to staining. I'm using Autumn Brown Semi-Transparent by Thompson's. Yes, I am staining damp treated lumber. I do recommend waiting a couple months for your wood to dry. I actually love this shot. I kind of wish I would have two-toned that top there. It looked pretty good. But whatever, I went ahead and stained it, you know.
So at this point I think it's a good idea to line the inside of this with a tarp or a canvas or something. Even plastic would work well. Something to keep the moisture from the dirt from always touching the wood on the inside. Okay, so I have 2 of my 1x6s left. I originally intended on putting a shelf on the inside of the box so that it doesn't need to be completely full of dirt. However, I've changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and just fill it completely with dirt. So, these are extra.
Yep, no shelf. Sorry, guys. This little shot here, there's actually no dirt in this yet. This is not going to be its home. I just put a bucket and some blocks of wood in there to finish the video. The wife needs to decide where on the property this puppy's going. Alright guys, I thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and pound that subscribe button. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.